So guys, this has been my long-termer for the past few months. I have spent a lot of money on fuel. Spent, yeah, a lot of money on fuel. I've done close to 10,000 kilometers with this here baby. And I'm actually quite sad that it leaves because I am attached to it. And I mean, rightfully so. I've written a lot of articles about this car on my website. You'll find I've been doing a monthly article on it. And for those who used to tell me, no, go back to writing. So I've done about 5 articles on this car where I just wrote about it every month. Now, I decided to do a video because I thought, why not? And I just want to show you just quickly what I like about the Ford Everest Platinum, what I would not necessarily go for, and why I think you should spec the tow bar because, this thing is tough. So at the front, you guys already know that there are these daytime, C-clamp daytime running lights. I mean, every new Ford product has this now, which Ford SUV, Bucky has these now, and this is really good. These are also LED, these fog lamps, and this grille. What makes a platinum is the grille. So you've got this chrome bar that runs across here, which is quite cool with the platinum lettering across. I love this thing. This thing has a lot of presence, and wherever I went, people loved it. When you come across here, you've got these massive tires, which I love so much, and they are obviously not off-road tires. These were on-road tires because it's for comfortability and all that stuff. And I thought that over the few months, whenever I'd be going to the farm, etc., it would be some issue, but nothing. These 21 inches were perfect. They took on every gravel perfectly, every road perfectly, and that's quite cool. We then get a V6 badge on there, cameras all over because you've got a 360-degree camera in here, which is quite cool. So yeah, that's the exterior essentially. I'll show you the rear. It took a beating, this car. And I'll show you why I say you need a tow bar. But yeah, I've loved this car so much, guys. So what I would essentially go for, and I've seen a lot of people do this, right? If you want to do the off-roading and all that stuff, which is stuff that I wanted to do, but I really couldn't do because of these low-profile tires. So what I would do then is I would spec the XLT tires on here. They're smaller. They do look out of place. They are smaller, but I think I would spec those or just some off-roading tires on here, because that V6 engine has that grunt which can do all that stuff. I mean, 184 kilowatts, 600 newton meters of torque paired to a 10-speed automatic gearbox. So I would do just that. Although it will look a bit weird, but I mean, I do love off-roading, and especially going to the farm, you have to sacrifice something. I'll have to sacrifice the looks for me to get all of that stuff. But yeah, guys, I love this thing so much, man. Anyway, let's jump inside and then I'll turn it around for you and then I'll tell you more about it. So inside, the one thing that I've appreciated over the past few months is that it's a luxurious affair in here. Like, there's nothing that they've skimped out on. The materials are perfect. There's a lot of storage compartments in this car. It just looks really, really good. And you know what? It's not a faff to get in and out of. That last row, however, my son is the only person. My son and my niece are the only people who enjoyed that last row. Although we made, it was push comes to shove when I had some of my friends who are quite tall getting there. We made it work, but this car is freaking luxurious. The digital driver's display is clear, concise. This portrait infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly is clear and concise. The wireless charging pad, there's a ton of room under here. Like, I can't even complain, guys. I have enjoyed everything in here. The Bang & Olufsen sound system is freaking amazing. The clear panoramic sunroof, So it's just been an all luxury affair. I don't want to lie to you. And that's one thing I've really appreciated over the few months. But my number one feature, goated feature in this car is this cup holder. Like Ford thought about it when they made this cup holder, because whenever I get a drink and it's quite hot, literally just show my vents there, put the aircon to 1643, put it back to extremely cold, and then it goes all the way. So that is quite cool. That's one thing that I really appreciated, man. Like it's actually like it's the little things, the stitchings on the steering wheel. I mean, I've grown to love this car to a point where I wanna buy this car. I just won't buy the V6 because yeah, no, I, yeah, it's insane. It's insane in terms of fuel wise. This thing, guys, it's insane. It's not. You need to be sure. You need to know your story here, guys. You need to know your story. But interior wise, I've freaking loved this thing, man. Like, oh, that's how much. This is where I've been keeping all my fuel slips for the past few months. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's the interior. So when you come to the rear, and I'm going to show you why a tow bar is extremely important. So about 2 months, no, about maybe 3 months into us staying together with this car, somebody decided to be a clever and thought that they would skip a stop sign. And I was stopped at the stop sign. They were not looking, they were on their phone, whatever it is. And lo and behold, they came smashing right into me. Um, and obviously, this is a long-term review. And obviously, I communicated with Ford. They know everything about this. So they came smashing into me. And if it was not because of this baby, I don't know where this car would have been. So unfortunately, sustained some damage on here. And that's going to be a simple repair. So they're just only going to fix this bumper. And obviously, they did check that everything was fine. That was a nice thing because I did take it in. And they said everything is fine. There wasn't any mechanical damage that, the diffs or anything. It was just, just the bumper, this plastic. So they're just going to remove that, which is a cool thing. And then at the rear, you've got obviously this platinum inside this casing, which looks extremely nice, especially at night. It looks really good. There's tail lights as well. Like, they thought about everything on this car, and this is one thing I love about it. There's a ton of boot space in here with an electrically operated tailgate, and badgings all over, four-wheel drive badging, because it is a four-wheel drive, as well as an Everest badging on the other side. Guys, I don't want to lie to you. I've enjoyed everything about this car. The one thing I've not enjoyed is the fact that it's thirsty. That 3-liter V6 engine is, listen, obviously when you're spending about 1.1 million rand, close to 1.2 million rand for a V6, premium luxury SUV, then you don't really think about it that much. But obviously, I'm not there. So I cried so much every time. I mean, I'd get about 10 liters per 100. That was me driving conservatively, 10 liters per 100. When I wasn't driving conservatively, especially in town, then I'd get about 12 liters per 100, which was a big thing for me, obviously. Full tank in here, I was doing about 2,000 rand on a full tank. And trust me, I filled up a lot. I filled up a lot, okay? I filled up a lot. I filled up a lot. So for you to get on a half tank, I'd always just do 1,000 rand, 1,000 rand of diesel, 1,000 rand of diesel. I bled dry. That is why I started the community channel for you guys to please contribute 10 rand each. But seriously, guys, I've started the community on my YouTube channel. Please do join. It's 10 rand memberships, and I'll be showing a lot of things. But also, I'll be recouping the money that I spent on this car. Yo, guys, I spent a lot of money on fuel in this car. That was the only thing. But like I mentioned, it's warranted. When you buy this car, it's going to be warranted. Oof. Yeah, so I want you guys to guess what my next long-termer is. Should we still go the V6 route? Should we go a 2-liter turbo diesel, a 2-liter petrol, or yeah? But the community members will know first what my next long-termer is. But it's fuel efficient because I'm mali. Akho mali, guys. Akho mali. Anyway, that's been my long-term review, guys. This thing drives amazing. In terms of the drive, it drives comfortable, extremely comfortable over rocky terrains. Those like I said, the only thing I'd go is those lower, the other off-road tires that I'd get on the XLT of the spec of this Everest. But it drives extremely comfortable. Everybody, wherever we're going, it's got presence. And Ekasi, there's a lot of presence you get in this car. Okay, so that's one thing that they nailed very well. You've got various drive modes on this car as well, from sand, mud, snow, mud and ruts, etc. That just make sure it, suits the suspension according to whatever it is. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna miss this car so much. Flip.